Hi all, welcome back. Today's discussion is on the topic sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants involves 4 stages: production, pollination, fertilization and seeds. These are the points to be remembered. So what happens in this process is, first and foremost, there is production of male and female gametes. Later, there is transfer of the male gametes to the female ovules, and this process is termed as pollination. After pollination, fertilization happens and the ovules grows into the seeds within a fruit. The flower. The flower is the reproductive unit of angiosperms. The parts of a flower include petals, sepals, one or more carpels, which is the female reproductive organ, and stamens, that is the male reproductive organ. The life cycle. The major stages of the life cycle of a flower are the seed germination, its growth, reproduction, pollination and seed spreading stages. The plant life cycle starts with a seed, and every seed holds a miniature plant called the embryo. There are 2 types of flowering seeds, dicots and monocots. Have a glance on the flower anatomy. The parts of a flower include petals, sepals, carpel and stamen. The carpel is the female reproductive organ and it consists of stigma, style, ovary and ovules. We'll look about this in detail in the upcoming slides. The stamen, which is the male reproductive organ, includes anther and filament. The female reproductive organs. As I said earlier, carpel is the female reproductive organ. One or more carpels together is collectively termed as pistil. Each carpel induces an ovary where the ovules are produced. Ovules are the female reproductive cells, which are nothing but the eggs. There is also a style, which is a tube on top of the ovary, and a stigma in which one receives the pollen during fertilization. So basically, carpel contains of ovary, ovules, style and stigma. The male reproductive organs. As I said earlier, the stamens are the male reproductive organ. A stamen consists of an anther which produces pollen and a filament. The pollen consists of the male reproductive cells and they fertilize the ovules. Coming to the major part, how does fertilization happens? The pollen must fertilize an ovule to produce a viable seed. This process is termed as pollination, and it is often aided by animals like bees, which fly from one flower to the other flower collecting sweet nectar. As they visit flowers, they spread pollen around, depositing it on some stigmas. After a male's pollen grains have landed on the stigma, during fertilization, pollen tubes develop within the style, burrowing down the ovary, where the sperm fertilizes an ovum in the ovule. After fertilization, the ovule develops into a seed in the ovary. So basically, fertilization is nothing but dependent on pollination. So when the flowers come and visit, this pollen spreads around, depositing it on stigmas. We are towards the end of our discussion. Let us have some knowledge on the types of flowers. There are some flowers which have both male and female reproductive organs. These are called as perfect flowers. There are some flowers which have only male or only female reproductive organs. These are termed as imperfect flowers. There are some plants which have both male and female flowers, while there are some other plants which have males on one plant and females on another plant. The complete flowers have stamen, pistil, petals and sepals. The incomplete flowers lack any one of these. So that's all for today. Hope it was easy to understand. Thank you.